Hey guys, welcome to part 3. Here's number 18 for your final exam review. The first thing I notice here is that I have absolute value bars. So you need to make sure you evaluate the bars before you begin the problem. So here we are. We have negative 32 over 9 plus 7 over 2, because the absolute value is always a positive result. So positive 7 over 2 plus negative 2 and 6 over 11. So this is just a suggestion. You can solve this problem any way you wish. What I found to be easiest is to look at the two parts of the problem that are negative, this part here and this part here, and work with them first and get a solution, get a denominator, and then we can subtract the positive part of the problem off the negatives. So I'm going to take a look at the two negatives. I'm going to add them up. So if I take a look at 9 and 99, well, I'm going to count by 11. 11, 22, 33, 44, 55, 66, 77, 88, and 99. A number that both 9 and 11 can go into evenly would be the 99. So my new denominator for just the two highlighted yellows is 99 plus 9 times what is 99? I hope you're saying 11. And 32 times 11 is 352. All right, I know the numbers are going to get kind of big, but you can do it. You can work it out. 11 times what is 99? Times 9. So 9 times 6 is 54. Okay, what I'm going to do now is take these two numerators and add them up. So 352 plus 54 would be negative 406 over 99. Okay, that's a 0 in here. Now we're going to take 406 and add 7 over 2. We could take the negative 406 and make it a mixed number, or we can just wait till the end and do it all at once. So we need a common denominator. So now we're taking a look at this number here and this number here. So common denominator between 99 and 2, all I was able to find is 198. I just multiplied the two together. So I have 99 times what is 198? It's times 2. So 406 times 2 is 812 plus 2 times what is 198? I hope you're saying 99. So 7 times 99 is 693. So from here, I have one negative and I have one positive. How do I solve? Well, signs are different, so let's subtract. We're going to take 812 and subtract 693, and we get 119 over 198 negative, because this negative number, the absolute value of this is larger than the absolute value of this. So our answer final is negative 198 over, negative 119 negative over negative 198. Okay, any questions, please ask. All right, for number 19, we'll be dividing. Write your answer in simplest form. Remember, dividing by a number is the same as multiplying by the reciprocal. So we can change this, and we just flip this. We're not changing the signs. Okay, so what we're going to do is rewrite this problem by keeping the first number. and multiplying the reciprocal. So remember, the reciprocal means to flip the numerator and denominator. So we have negative 4 over 1. Now, some of you don't like to cross-reduce, and that's okay. You can just do 9 times 4 and get 36 over 10 and reduce that. But those of you who do like to reduce, and personally I think it does make the problem a little easier, take a look at 4 and 10. Do they share a common factor? And I hope you're saying 2. So negative 4 divided by 2 is negative 2, and 10 divided by 2 is 5. Now we can multiply straight across. Negative 9 times negative 2 is 18. Remember, a negative times a negative is a positive, and your denominator is 5. 5 times 1. How many 5s in 18? 3. So 3 times 5 is 15. How many more to 18? 16, 17, 18. Makes 3 over 5. So there's your solution. Number 19 is still division. And if you notice, both of these numbers are mixed numbers. So step 1 is to make them improper. So 5 times 8 is 40 plus 1, negative 41 over 5. Divide. I'm not changing the sign yet because I want to make the numbers improper. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 3 is 8. So I have 8 negative over 5. Now remember, dividing by a number is the same as multiplying by the reciprocal. So negative 41 over 5 times negative 5 over 8. Again, if you're the kind of student who doesn't want to cross-reduce, it's okay. Just multiply 41 times 5. That'll give you positive 205 over 40, and then reduce that. So if I take a look at 5 and negative 5, they share a factor of 5. So negative 5 divide 5 is negative 1. 5 divide 5 is 1. So I get an answer of negative 41 times negative 1 is 41 over 8. 1 times 8. How many 8s in 41? 5. How many left over? 1 out of 8. Okay, let's move forward. 21 is a division problem. So what I'm going to do is set up my division here, and I want to know negative 35 hundredths is divided by 7 hundredths. So negative 35 hundredths is being divided by negative 7 hundredths. Okay, now before we divide, we have to move this decimal point to make this either a whole number or an integer. So I went 2 places right, so I moved this decimal 2 places right. So I really have negative 35 is being divided by negative 7. So how many 7s in 35? I hope you are saying 5. And we have nothing left over. So our answer, since a negative divided negative is positive, is simply 5. 22, we're going to continue to divide here. We'll make a division house. So 34 and 634 are being divided by negative 5 and 92 hundredths. Okay, once again, we want to move the decimal points. How many places? And I hope you're all saying 2 places to the right. So I'm going to go once, twice to the right, once, twice to the right. So I really have negative 592 out here and positive 3463.2. So the question is, how many 592s in 3? None. Into 34? None. Into 346? None. Into 3,463? 5. Okay, so we're going to take 592 and multiply it by 5, and we get 2,960. Okay, and if we subtract that from 3,463, we get an answer of 503. And we bring the 2 down. So now we need to look and see how many 592s go into 5032. And I get 8. So 8 times 592 is 4736. Okay, when we subtract, let's take 5032 minus 4736. And we get 296. And we could add a 0 and bring that down. And negative 592 goes into 2960 5 times evenly. So 5 times 592 is 2960. So a negative divided by a positive is a negative. Decimal point goes straight up. So our final answer is negative 5 and 85 hundredths. (23) multiply, write your answer in simplest form. If you notice, I have common factors, so I can reduce those two 4s to both 1s, because 4 divided 4 is 1, 4 divided by 4 is 1. So I get an answer of 3/7. Number 24, we're going to multiply. Unlike division, division's probably the most tedious when it comes to decimals. We do not need to line up the decimal points when it comes to multiplication of integers. Okay, we're going to multiply here. I'm doing this negative times this negative. So what's a negative times a negative? Okay, I hope you're saying positive. So multiply these two numbers as though the decimal points aren't there. And then we'll add the decimal points in. So we get an answer of 41876. So there's 2 decimal places here and 1 here. So you go in 3 decimal places all together to get a final answer of 418 and 76 hundredths. Okay, any questions? Okay, solve the equation and check your solution. All right, the goal is to isolate z. So next to z, I have this minus 11. I want to combine that with this negative 7. To do that, I can just simply add 11 to both sides. So you need to think negative 7 plus 11 is 4. So 4 equals z. So if I check, what is 4 minus 11? Does it equal, question mark, does it equal negative 7? Well, the answer is yes. Negative 7 equals negative 7.